Why are you so obsessed with me?
Did you hear what they just said? Child, a whole mess. Oh, I'm about to spill this Hennessy and y'all about to sip. Yeah, what's poppin', Henny gang, 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 gang. If you are new to the channel, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so that you get notified whenever I go live. So, y'all, I was so unsatisfied with that Ronnie video. Like, please, if you haven't seen it, go ahead and look in the playlist for Hennessy reviews, and it is in there. I did my best at trying to skip around to get to the point in that video because it was just so many moving parts going on. And baby, anyway. So while I was cruising the internet streets, I came upon a video that someone had posted a clip. And I went and found the video on YouTube. And Chrisean is talking about the situation in this video. Now, after this one, we do have another one where she touches on things a little bit, and then she goes a little bit further into what happened with the relationship. So we're going to review both of those videos in here. So if you have your Hennessy, get ready to spill. I am not sipping Hennessy tonight. I am sipping ice water because your girl has work tomorrow. So anyway, let's get into this Hennessy tea with Chrisean. Shout out to Za TV for this interview that they did 2 years ago.
My name is Chrisean.
Where you from and all that?
They call me Chrisean Rock. They call me Rock. They call me Dumbass. They call me Snaggertooth. I'm a Snaggertooth.
She's going through the names that people call her, which I don't like that. But let's continue.
I got daddy issues, whatever. What else they say? I don't know. I'm a nigga for real.
Have you ever felt so long?
So we're not trying to get a YouTube strike, so I'm going to mute that for right now because I'm sure that is copywritten.
Man, yeah. How's life been?
Life been crazy. Life just changed. Like, I went from trapping. Basically, I stopped trapping. I used to.
Just street?
Huh?
Was it just street?
Yeah.
Just street? Okay, just all right. How was life back in Maryland though? Like, you trapping out there and shit? You trapping in
I was trapping with my ex-boyfriend. No, the gas oil in Baltimore is not all that. That's why I got the weed from out here. What are you talking about? I got the weed from out here.
Okay, they're going back and forth, but this chain right here, this is the chain that she still wears, but she doesn't wear the blue face pendant anymore. I'm curious if she still has that pendant or not.
No, West Side niggas ain't shit still, so it don't matter.
And the East Coast niggas are? They smoking on gas.
We do not condone nor participate in any East Coast, West Coast beefing or shots that are taken in this video.
I did something. You already know.
We not shit. We all everybody know motherfuckers from LA aren't shit. Male or female, it don't matter. You using that shit.
We do not condone in that either because we don't know nothing about LA dudes over here. And if you do, we don't condone in any of this at Hennessy Reviews. Okay, continue.
Everybody got their own purpose. It is what it is, though. I'm sure you know. I know you got your own
Well, I don't really give a fuck. All I know is West Coast is my shit right now. I'm supposed to be talking about.
But props to everybody else out there for me, because you know there's a lot of niggas doing that shit out there.
Well, they got questions. Let's go through these questions in this video. So I got polls and shit. So
Instagram questions.
Yeah, we could go through these.
We had a little fast tap in on her live. And
shit. We could have them. We tapped into lives. So, do you have a boyfriend? I don't have a boyfriend no more. I used to have a boyfriend. He was my boyfriend for 4 years. That's the song that I made. Okay, but I'm gonna be there soon. My dad called. Oh my bad. That's my.
So she was with Karan for 4 years, y'all. 4 years. 4 years. That makes sense as to why he's in his feels. But let's continue, girls and guys.
So basically I don't have a boyfriend no more. I made my song. based on my ex, and it was like some real pain shit because I don't know, that nigga we used to fight a lot, but he was so toxic. It was like he loved me how he's supposed to, and then like when he stopped believing, when he stopped, like when he got discouraged or depressed or whatever, nigga, he would pop a perk. And
how long was y'all together?
Okay, two things. There's a pattern because he loved her like she was supposed to be loved, but he was also abusive. Does that sound familiar? Mm-hmm. And then he would pop perks. Is that why we couldn't follow him yesterday? Because he was popping on the pop. Man, it makes sense now, huh?
4 years. So it was more like, you know, like when your mom, like I got used to like my mom doing that shit. So it was like, it's weird how my boyfriend doing it and I'm coping how I cope with my mom. And then like,
and that's very interesting because Chrisean's sister said that her mom played with a nose. She never did anything else, but Chrisean's mom was on drugs. And so she just said she coped with him the way she coped with her mom. And it's interesting because her mom, she watched her mom go through DV. And now she's going through DV with not one, but two boyfriends. So do y'all see how this trauma, this generational trauma, it keeps cycling? I'm hoping that, you know, she can break this cycle, but you know, this is giving a little insight. But let's sip on.
like last year, 2020 or 2019. What happened?
2020
Was it 2019 or 20?
Probably 19 going to 20.
Yeah, 2019. 2019, that situation with my student housing. I don't even want to speak about that. I don't even know if I can. But basically, we had this whole situation with my school situation. Basically, nigga he went to jail. Mm-hmm. But dang.
It's a lot. Get into it, yeah, it's good.
Fuck it, killed the nigga last year at my student housing, bro. Because my student housing was a human sex trafficking apartment building. Oh. So, yeah. Yeah, so I'm trying to go to school. I'm trying to run track, and my student housing stopped us for real. So we drove. So first of all we sold our car. We got money saved up, and then
wait. I hate to pause it in the middle of this, but that was her student housing. That wasn't an apartment that they just went and randomly got on their own, or is it? I don't know, but she's saying it was her student housing, and all of this took place at a student housing development. Wow.
Damn.
Yeah, so we drove our other car.
Which actually makes sense because when Ronnie was talking yesterday, he said that the apartment, the way it was set up was like a college dorm. So it being a form of student housing makes sense.
A truck, and then we drove it in 2 days. Then when we got here, the first day we went to Santa Monica Pier, smoked and shit on that little Ferris wheel.
Huh? It's coming from Maryland?
Yeah, from Baltimore. Drove here. Then after that, yeah, Shorty died. I don't know, the second day. No, okay, the second day we went to the student housing, check out the house. Ooh, that's when they try to pull that weird shit. Yeah, nigga died. And then
who died?
The nigga that opened the building, opened the door up for us. Because we had to come back to talk about the jobs and shit that they had. And then we also was on the road, and then we pulled a whole all-nighter for this meeting at the student housing. So we fried this shit. Yeah. We don't see shit. Yeah, we don't see shit happen. Damn. And then niggas thought we was great, and niggas had it. Like, that's another podcast. But for real, that was last year, bro. Because I'm thinking, all right, I'm trying to blow up in a month, bro. I tried to blow up in a month last year.
So that's been your plan.
It been my plan. My plan was to blow up in a month. Like, come out here and, you feel me? Because I did a TV show with the JJ Watt brothers.
Yeah, I was
my first year of college, and that was 2018. So 2018, filmed this TV show in LA when I was in Northern Cali. And I was like, fuck it, I want to move to Cali.
Wait, does anybody know anything about this JJ Watts TV thing? Because I This is new to me. So if you know anything about it, if you find it, leave it down in the comments so we can review it together, y'all.
So then that's when.
So how did they contact you? How did you get on the show? I mean, like, how did
prayer. I was like, God, I need to be in LA. And then like, word.
You just had to know about like how like they just like hit you.
I know you was making moves.
Yeah, of course.
What was you doing?
Word and track, nigga. I wasn't
In the
making no
track?
moves, nigga. I was in Northern Cali and in West Bumblefucks where bears and there's nothing there.
What school did you go to out there?
Federal College.
Federal College.
It's a 2-year college, like
Oh, it's not
with
good?
like a dope ass, like
Oh, it's
a
good?
dope ass coach.
Oh, okay.
The coach was a D1 coach, and I went to a 2-year college, got D1 training for real, type shit. I was trying to like work towards the Olympics because I was in the Junior Olympics.
I was going to be a track star. Like, that was
No, it was the opportunity is granted, so take advantage of your opportunity. That don't mean you're gonna be in that opportunity forever. It's just where is it going to take you? It took me to school for free. Took me to Cali. Feel me? So it was like
just paved the way for you.
Not even paid the way. Me being homeless paid my way because being unaccompanied, going to school in Maryland, and was homeless. They gave me grants from the state to go to school for free. You feel me?
So check it out. She was homeless going to college in Baltimore, not homeless in Cali the way that Wax says.
That's not bad at all. So how did you get into modeling? Like what brands contacted you? Like how long you been doing that for?
We still not off that story. So after I killed that nigga,
we still not off that story. It's crazy.
My ex-brother did. He ended up what happened? What's happening to him? I don't know, he in jail for like 4 months. Then we go to court. It's like it's this one court case that really just ended the murder case. Boom. It's a self-defense, bro. But they get a gun charge and they're like, all right, you gotta do half. And half was 8, and you already did 4. So they was like, yeah, you only got 4 left. So you only got 4 more months left. But they moved him out of it. They moved to Northern Cali. So I went back to Baltimore, try to get back on my feet, move with these rich ass family, bro. It was the grace of God. Because when every time it's like times for me to go bad, it was somebody there. And they wasn't family. They was complete strangers. It's like how I met you, bro. So
yeah, I heard a quote that like the niggas that's gonna really help you is gonna be motherfuckers that you don't know.
That's a fact.
And it wasn't even that. I didn't have to open my mouth. The lady was like, "Oh, aren't you here?" Because I first of all, her son is my brother for real. So I came over because they had a game night. Then I have nowhere to go for real after game night. Like I have nowhere to go after game night.
With the rich folks.
Yeah. So I come back home. Look, I come back home from Cali. I'm homeless in Cali because my student housing went crazy. I had to give money up for the lawyer. So lost my money, my nigga, and my car. Come back to Baltimore 8 months later. I thought you were in Cali for 8 months, but nigga, a group of people, yeah, you remember? And so like with students, like at the school, nigga, students like him that was on shit like photography, music, all types of shit. Like God put me around people that was like me, so I forgot what my situation by being around the people that's like me. So it was like I took advantage of what I could. Like I wasn't a bitch. Like that's what I'm saying. Like I'm a nigga for real. Like your mind gotta really be strong.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. No, of course. Especially chasing your dream, like you really gotta take what you want, bro. Niggas is not gonna give it to you.
Yeah, I'm not fucking around. I'm definitely not fucking around.
Perseverance.
Yeah, so it's like, and fuck that, bro. Like my mom running from my dad, been tied up in the woods, and then shit like that. Like. So shit like that reflected my life from the trials and tribulations that's just started happening. So like nothing scared me. I'm not scared of shit. So
it's crazy how she says that just started happening. So for her, the trials and tribulations started at that point, but she knows, if you look at how her face is right now, frozen on the screen, she knows that she's been through more trials and tribulations. It sounds to me like this girl has had one continuous traumatic experience after another, after another, after another in her life. And personally speaking, from a standpoint of a person who's been through one traumatic event after another, after another, after another since childhood, it is very possible that Chrisean has CPTSD. Okay. She already has anxiety, which is why she has that pacifier. Because pacifiers, in case people don't know, the pacifier is a way that is something that soothes anxiety as well. I don't have a pacifier. Um, I don't have a pacifier. I just know that there are adult pacifiers for people who suffer from anxiety disorders. And if you look at that tray, she does have that pacifier there. So it's very possible she has CPTSD, which is complex post-traumatic stress disorder, which is a condition where you experience symptoms of PTSD along with additional symptoms such as difficulty controlling your emotions, feeling very angry or distrustful towards the world. Okay. And it can also be associated with anxiety and depression as well, just so you guys know. But yeah, I am not a doctor. I am not diagnosing her, but I do believe that she may have some of those things. This is a lot of trauma.
When bitches pulled up cars, ready to do whatever, and I knocked my shit out by myself. No one knocked my shit out. I did. Funny thing is, my mom's shit is knocked out too. It was by a nigga.
The front one too?
Yeah, the same one.
The same one?
Yes, bro. And the nigga hit her because she won a race.
Against him?
His girlfriend. I guess his girlfriend. That's how my mom lost. And my mom didn't lose. She lost her tooth for him because he hit it, and then she lost it later on. I hit my shit and I lost it. Well, the dentist pulled it up the next day.
Wow. Yeah. So when it was called, so you just have to use put it in whenever you go out.
So my tooth is really like. Get off your phone.
I'm checking my nose.
I don't care. Oh, your nose. Well, your nose is boring. Your nose is boring.
It's my first time looking at my
Get
nose.
better. All right, so talk to me because I was talking to your homie like I was interviewed and it was way better than this.
All right, so what's up with the experience of Blueface and shit?
I was interviewing with your homie, and it was way better than this. It's crazy, but we're almost finished.
How did that come about? How did you get put on? Did you just DM them? You just DM the Blueface GC account and you was like, "What's up? Like, I'm trying to be in this," or did
no? This what happened. I got in a car accident. Boom. Checked myself in the hotel. Boom. Ignored everybody.
All right, so that was.
But do you really? Here's 3.
My bad, y'all. So that was that video. But I have another video for y'all that is queued up. Okay. And in this one, she talks a little bit more about the relationship with Ronnie. So we're going to listen to this. We're going to review and then we're going to sip and then we're going to review after.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Now, this video is low. So you may want to put your headphones in so that you can hear because it is recorded low. I have the volume all the way up on everything on my end. I do have the closed captions on, so you should be able to read along with what she's saying if you can't hear. But yeah, she's gonna talk a little bit about the after with Ronnie.
Let me tell you when I started living here. When I started living here, right? The mother, her name is Lisa. She lit as fuck.
Now, Lisa is the godmother. And if you don't know, if you watched her giving birth, the video afterwards with the lady holding the baby, the black lady holding the baby, that's Lisa and her husband is Sean. So this is their house and she's telling you how she came into living in their house. Basically, she considers them her godparents.
Her name Mama Lisa. She started telling me how to like be a girl because I was more like a boy when they met me type shit. But I don't know. I just didn't fuck with girly shit. And I just wasn't girly. And she used to put flowers every Saturday or Sunday in my bathroom. I thought that shit was so sweet. I used to cry. She didn't know. I cried. But I cried. Every time my flowers was fixed, I was like, this is so sweet. This lady, oh, T, that's how your mother's supposed to treat you.
Can we just take a moment to just see how beautiful she is and the light that shines from within her?
But hey, little did she know, my mother, you know, nothing wrong with my mother. She just it's unfortunate for certain kids. So then, because this was after um when I tried to go to school and my student housing ended up being like some damn, I ain't talk about this story in a minute. So my student housing ended up being like a trap, and instead of being like a student housing, they was like stealing kids, stealing students.
So,
So me and my
in case you're confused, the first video was 2 years ago. This video was 1 year ago uploaded. Okay. So, um, in the terms of timeline, I do believe that this video may have been a little further back in last year. Okay.
ex-boyfriend got out of that situation by killing a nigga. So long story short, we get free. Um, I'm out there for 4 months. I do everything I could up until they moved into Northern Cali. I came back home and came to stay with them. This family that always like been a family to me. So then, but when I came back, it was like more like Chrisean, let's get you on your feet, get you, you know, like it was like a reset button for me. So I stayed here. I was saving up, waiting on my check for my TV show for the JJ Watt brothers. And looking at apartments in Hollywood. I didn't tell the family like, hey, I'm ready to move to Cali, go to school out there. I didn't tell them nothing. So, because I was scared to, because I just came from what I came from, right? Trying to go to school, do it right. My studio housing ended up being a trap, and then boom, bada boom, had to come home, redo it. I ended up going to school out here in Baltimore. CCBC. I didn't even want to go to that school. I went out here for like CCBC to like it's a community college, a good Baltimore community college, just to get my credits that I already started in California. This shit crazy. And yeah, when I was ready in my mind to go back, everybody else wasn't ready for me to go back. So I just flew back, bought an apartment, went back to school, started training for this LFL league. Then that's when I met Blueface. Like, while I'm on my shit, getting on my shit, like you feel me? Boom, boom. So, basically, I was saying like when I came back, I had to like stay here, but like get my mind right, take it slow, go to school.
She had to deal with trying to compartmentalize that trauma because she had not gotten any counseling. Let me tell you something. Seeing somebody be unalived changes you. Okay. It does something to you mentally. All right. Even seeing somebody just transition on, it does something to you. Okay. So her saying she needed to get her mind right, being that she's a person who doesn't deal with things through counseling, like many of us who don't do mental health or any of that, you compartmentalize and push down the trauma and try to resume a normal everyday life.
Act like nothing happened.
But you could see in that moment as she was talking about it, you could see the trauma filling her face.
Who died? Oh, the nigga that was trying to rape us and steal us. Like, what you mean?
Now, I'm questioning, were they trying to R word all of them? Was he trying to R word one of the friends, the friend that was there? I don't know, because Ronnie Draco didn't want to talk about it. Okay. And Ronnie's story was all over the place. But anyway, as you can see, when she talks about it, she may not give you the whole story from front to back, but you're able to put it together.
That nigga died for sure. But that was by the grace of God because he was trying to steal us. So
That's just wild. Like, how do you just go around stealing people? Like, how do you just do that? Like, this whole trafficking thing that's going on, it really baffles my mind. And by the way, in case people don't know, there are still Black women and young ladies and girls that are going missing at astronomical numbers, but nobody is talking about that. Maybe I'll try to find some information on that. Maybe we can review that here because I do want to start branching out to other content besides just Chrisean. I don't want to become just a Chrisean channel, but this is where I'm starting. All right, so let's continue.
long story short, me and my boyfriend tried to work everything out afterwards and stuff
So this is after she's saying that her and Ronnie tried to work everything out.
like that. It's just he started like he was just depressed and stuff. And it was like it was like we was holding each other back, but I really felt like he wasn't ready for any. Like it was just crazy. Like I don't want to put no heat on his name or my name, so I'm not gonna talk about what happened. But we ended up breaking up. I ended up aborting his kid because when he came home, he made a baby with me, and I was like, whoa.
Now, didn't I say this earlier? That she probably did have a baby by him, and that she unalived it, and he was in his feels because she kept Blueface baby. And just for the record, for anyone to believe that she was in this relationship with someone for 4 years and didn't pop up pregnant not one time is crazy. But anyway, let's continue.
Whoa. We still gotta go back to Cali. I still gotta go to school. Hold on. He like, nah, like, and I was like, I don't know. Everything just started climbing and caving in. Just start caving in. Like my world just started caving in. Then, yeah. I feel like my life is a roller coaster. But basically, so this family always had my back, like from the wildest shit. Like they'll see me, oh, go off to college, try, and then they'll see something happen, flame up in my face, like, oh, I'll be like, whoa, type shit. Not come home. But not like right now, I feel like all I have to do while I'm out in Cali now is to be myself. Yeah, work on the side, but work is fun.
Now, I don't think she talks anymore about Quran in this video, but I would like to come back to this video and unpack some things because
But,
she did talk about a lot in here. She talked about her
it's a
family.
pretty crazy story. What else happened? Beat the murder case and all that. It was self defense. My ex did. Everything went smooth. Like God had our back. But let me tell you all the trauma I went through. It kind of like no, he's not. That's what I'm saying. And that's the thing. I'm not gonna ever run out of money or support. It don't matter what I decide to do in my life. I'm just sitting here. You need to write a book. I am. My big brother is. So, long story short, You know how that I like how that whole Instagram situation flared up and with the me in the mansion and shit and getting kicked out and stuff. It was hard for people to watch that only because they know how like who I am and how much I fought to get here and still be here type shit.
So, yeah, we're going to we're going to stop the video there. So for me, it answered a little bit more. It did back up what he said, but that last one gave a little more clarity and depth into their relationship because they were together for 4 years. 4 years. And she unalived a child by him, went to Cali. And when she went to Cali after doing that, after all of this, that's the second time she went to Cali. That's when she met Blueface. That's when she got on BGC. That's when all of this took a turn to another plateau for her. So him being bitter, I mean, wouldn't you be upset just a little bit if, it seemed to me like he was still trying and, it was working out. But, I don't know the whole thing because that's just what she told us and shared with us about it. But it's very well possible that she was just like, you know what? I'm trying to get away from all of this. I don't want to be involved in none of this anymore. I'm trying to start my life anew. Like, let's just end this and go our separate ways. Now, I did see a video where he said he was the one that pushed her towards Blueface, but it sounds like he really didn't have that much of an influence if they broke up prior to her leaving to go to California. I mean, I don't know. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know. What are you thinking? Like, how do you see this? Like, is that how you seeing it? I don't know. Then y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments below. I just thought I would come and give y'all a little bit of Chrisean's side because she's not saying very much. And at this point, I feel like if she talked about it a year ago and 2 years ago, why does she have to talk about it annually? Like, does this have to be something that she speaks on every year? Like, I don't think so. I think I think she said enough. Unless she wants to come and give us the whole story from front to back and back to front, then that's something different. But I think between these two videos, I got a better picture of what's going on here. Okay. Do you have a better picture of what's going on? What you think going on? Let me know down in the comment section below, and I will see y'all in the next video.